everyone, welcome to my channel and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. So this is another installment in my deck review series that I have been doing. I hope you've been watching all the previous ones and I hope you have been enjoying them. And I hope it has inspired you to actually start reading or learning to read the tarot. So today I am going to present the Secret Tarot, and this is a deck by Lo Scarabeo that was released in 2004. The artwork is by Marci Nizzoli, and it is a rider-waite Smith based deck. It's got 78 cards in it, and it is a rather unusual and rather beautiful deck. So it comes in this box, a standard box really. Not the best of boxes, it's adequate. If you really want to protect your deck, you can put it into a little pouch, but make sure you handle it quite carefully. You could end up getting a little bit of scuffing going on the box. I like to keep the boxes, so try to look after it quite carefully. It's got a woman on the front of there dressed in this lovely green dress looking out, and the magician in the back, basically quite a simple standard kind of box as well that it comes in. So like I said, it is a 78 card deck, so there will be the usual 78 cards. Usually they're printed in lots of 80, and it's got the 2 extra cards over there, so a little bit about tarot philosophy there going on, and you can see a little bit about an advertisement card really about the Secret Tarot. Okay, so it also comes with this little white book, which is a bit on the unusual side, because what puts this deck a little bit above the normal rider-waite deck is it's got a lot more information in its little white book. So it tells you in the book, it's written in 6 different languages, from English to Portuguese, English, Italian, Spanish, French, German, and Portuguese. And it shows you a spread right in the beginning as well. And it tells you a little bit about the spread in the first page over here, what each particular number in the spread stands for. I hope you can see that clearly. And what is unusual about this deck is that each particular suit has got a storyline attached to it. Now, the Major Arcana tells you a story about the Major Arcana, and it's all set in the land of secrets. So it's got a storyline going, and reading the storyline allows you to remember the cards much more clearly. So you've got the land of secrets giving you a general overview about what is going on. Now, the Major Arcana is about the journey of the fool through the cycles of life. So it does present that to you, and then it gives you what each and every single card means within the Major Arcana. There's no pictures, so there's no illustrations within the little white book itself. It's just a standard little white book. Then you go into the Minor Arcana, and there again you've got these 4 kingdoms. You've got 4 suits and 4 kingdoms. So the kingdom belonging to the chalices or the cups suit is called the kingdom of pleasure, and there's a storyline associated with that. And then you've got the suit of pentacles, which is called the kingdom of richness, and there is a storyline associated with that. And these are very, very entertaining stories, and allows you to remember things quite easily as well. So once you read the story, it's easier for you to remember what each meaning of the card is. So a very, very interesting way of learning how to read the tarot. Then you've got the Kingdom of Sorrow, which is the suit belonging to the Swords cards, and the Kingdom of the Work of Man is the Wands suit. So each one has got a little storyline attached, and then each one has got the meanings of the cards. So a very, very nice way of learning the tarot, and you can apply this across the board to all the other tarot decks that you are using as well, especially if they're rider-waite. Now, it's not a lot to read, and once you read the story, you tend to remember the meanings of the cards much more easily than if you had to go there and just learn it off by heart. So a very novel way of learning how to read it. The rest of the book has got to do with the different languages, so there's not a lot of information. It's not a lot of information to learn, or not a lot of information to read, but it gives you a really nice insight into learning about each particular meaning of the card. So we will put that back there. Now the cards themselves, the size of the cards is about 6 by 12. It's very, very standard. It's got a picture of a man and a woman, offering each other the cup. So this would be the Two of Cups really in the card, the picture for that. And it's got a very matte sort of feeling to it. It's very, very unusual, the backing of this particular card. There's a nice little gold surround for it. It's not reversible, and that suits me fine because I don't really read reversals anyway. And a lot of people ask me why. I just say that, you wouldn't really look at a picture upside down, so why should you be reading the tarot upside down anyway? And besides, there are a lot of negative cards in the tarot. You really don't want to bring in more negativity by making the card into a reversal and reading the negative off that card. Each card in the tarot has got a positive side and a negative side, and it just depends on the surrounding cards when you are reading the tarot as to how you interpret that particular card. So it's got a really nice feeling. It's not very glossy, so it shuffles pretty well, and the cardstock is pretty good. So I told you it's about 6 by 12, and it fits really nicely into the hand, and like I said, it shuffles very nicely. The colors are really beautiful. They've got some, it's very acrylic kind of paint, or even watercolor paint in appearance. And they're very, very different. They are based on the rider-waite symbology, but they've got their variations on it, and you can end up really enjoying using this particular deck. So I'm going to go through the cards pretty quickly, and it's got a little white border, which it's got gray on the border, but there's also white border as well in the cards, on the face of the cards. So I'm going to just go through the major arcana, and then I will go through the minor arcana. So this is the Fool card, and this is, it looks very, very standard, but it's got, it looks standard but different, is what I can say. So this is the Fool card. This is the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Lovers. This is almost like the traditional meaning of the Lovers, where there's that choice that's available. In recent cards, they have the two Lovers with the angel above it, but it was always a choice card in the traditional tarot. So this is the Lovers, the Chariot, Justice, which is number 8 in this particular deck, the Hermit, the Wheel, which is the Wheel of Fortune, Strength, and this is number 11. Usually it's number 8, but this is number 11 in this particular deck. The Hanged Man, Death, Temperance, the Devil. This looks very traditionally rider-waite, really. The Tower, the Stars. There is some nudity, I must admit, but it's not full-on nudity. It's it's something that you can deal with. The Moon, the Sun, Judgment, the World, and that's the major arcana. So now we go into the Cups suit, and this is the Ace of Cups. So it is numbered on the top with normal Arabic numerals, and the major arcana, you've got that Roman numeral, and it's titled at the bottom. So this is the Ace of Cups. The Two of Cups, they called it chalices in this particular deck. The Three of Chalices, the Four of Chalices, the 5 of chalices, the 6 of chalices, the 7 of chalices, the 8 of chalices, it's the 9 of chalices, the 10 of chalices, and this is the knave, the knight, the queen, and the king. So that was the cups suit, or the chalices suit. Then you've got the ace of wands, the 2 of wands, the 3 of wands, the 4 of wands, the 5 of wands, the 6 of wands, the 7 of wands, the 8 of wands, the 9 of wands, the 10 of wands. And that's the knave of wands, the knight of wands, the queen of wands, and the king of wands. So the colors are very, very pretty. And it is, like I said, there are some deviations in, the way they look from the rider-waite, but they still have basically all that symbology in it. You've got the ace of pentacles, the 2 of pentacles, the 3 of pentacles, the 4 of pentacles, the 5 of pentacles. So this is very different from the 5 of pentacles in the rider-waite deck. You've got this woman getting photographs taken here, and you do have to read that story to actually see why this is being used as the picture. So you've got the 6 of pentacles, the 7 of pentacles, the 8 of pentacles, the 9 of pentacles, and the 10 of pentacles. Then this is the knave of pentacles, the knight of pentacles, the queen of pentacles, and the king of pentacles. So this is the sword suit. This is the ace of swords, the 2 of swords, the 3 of swords, the 4 of swords, the 5 of swords, the 6 of swords, the 7 of swords, the 8 of swords, the 9 of swords, and the 10 of swords. Then there's the knave of swords, the knight of swords, the queen of swords, and you've got the king of swords. So it's very much a grown-up deck, I think, compared to the Rider-Waite Smith deck. There is that nudity that comes in, but it's very artistic, so you don't really mind it that much, and it's going to give you a different feel when reading your cards. The symbology is very similar, but not the same. And when you have a deviation in the symbology, you can actually read more into the card itself. So really, really beautiful deck to work with, and it shuffles very, very easily as well. And it's going to give you a lot more insight into reading the Rider-Waite Smith decks as well. So once you use this deck, it gives you a lot more layers into your ability to read other decks that are based on the Rider-Waite Smith symbology. So very, very beautiful, and I have used it, and I have enjoyed using it as well. It gives you a whole different dimensions to your readings as well. So I do hope that you try this deck out. It is available. I will put down the links in to Amazon and eBay, and you can buy it there. And I hope you buy it and give it a try. The storylines that they have provided make it very, very easy to remember what the cards mean. So it's not going to trip you up, and it's going to make it a very enjoyable deck as well for you. So give it a try. And thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Leave me some comments about using this deck, or if you've bought this deck, and what you think about it. So thank you for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.